So today we're talking about agricultural businesses. Most of us would be familiar with one of the most common forms of farming businesses, and that's the family farm. But that is not the only way that farming happens in Australia. So we're going to talk about that a bit today. So we can range from smaller family farms right up into huge multinational corporations. So the farm that I worked on, I was raised on a family farm in central west New South Wales, but then I worked on a huge corporate farm where we grew 10,000 acres of irrigated cotton. So we had two really diverse ranges of farms in my ag background. There's two new words that you haven't really seen yet, and they are extensive and intensive. Okay, now extensive just means large. So I want you to think of extensive like a large cattle station, and intensive like a chicken farm or a market garden. Okay, we've got a diagram down the bottom here of a market garden. Okay, so really intensively farmed. The farm that I worked on out at Hillston was called Moorawi Station. Now it was both. So it was huge, so 10,000 acres of irrigated cotton. So it's large, extensive, but it was also intensive. So cotton's a very intense crop to grow as well. Now, types of farm ownership. So the very first one that we've got here are sole traders. This is how most family farms are operating. Okay, so a third of all farms in Australia have this very simple management structure. Okay, so I want you to picture your regular family farm with mum and dad as the farmers, and that is the management structure right there. It doesn't get any more easy than that. There's another type of farm called a share or a lease farm. So my parents do this, so they own the farm, but they lease the property out to someone else. Okay, so someone else does the farming. My parents don't get a cut of the profits or anything like that, but they are just collecting rent. So every month they get paid. The next sort of family farm is a corporate farm. So a corporate farm is owned by a company. So it's owned by a company, but it's run by employees. So the farm that I worked on, Moorawi Station, that was owned by a large corporation called Twinem. So it was owned and it was set up as a company, and there were many different managers, tractor drivers, agronomists, and all that kind of stuff. So on our farm, we employed about 20 full-time staff, and during the peak of the season, we might have 100 people working on that farm. From irrigators, tractor drivers, cotton chippers, contractors, all that kind of stuff. So really, really large scale, and Moorawi was only one of 19 different properties that the Twinem family owned. Okay, by family I mean group of farms in a corporation. I think that's us. So I hope that makes sense. So we've got different types of farms, from family farms to large corporate farms, and then we have in between as well. I hope you're having a good day.